I have in front of me a timer that's used by hospitals for either emergency rooms or any other hospital room where they want to check on a patient on a regular basis. And first of all, I'm going to show you how to connect it up, then I'll explain how it works. Okay, first of all, I'm going to turn it over, and I have a wall transformer. I've already connected the wires to the wall transformer, and I'm going to plug the transformer in, and I'm going to plug the other end of it into the power connector right there. Now I have a short phone cord here. It's a standard phone cord. This plugs into the RSSR jack on the back of the unit. And I've already pre-wired a connector here, and I've also got a mushroom button here. It's got two buttons on, a green button for starting the timer and a red button for reset. And I've already pre-wired this one. The diagram will show exactly how to wire it, but it's pre-wired, ready to go. So right now I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to plug in this phone cord into the jack. Now it's ready to go. And I do have a cover, but I'm not going to put it on right now. So I'm going to turn the display up. I'm going to turn it back this way so we can see it easily. Okay, first of all I'm going to reset it. So I'm going to hold this red button to reset it and hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, and the display goes dark. Okay, now this is how we're going to use this thing. So this is hanging on the wall outside of an emergency room, and the patient comes into the room, and so we push the green button. Okay, the timer starts counting. This is in minutes and seconds, and one of the requirements is that we have to check on a patient every 30 minutes. And so this is going to count up in minutes and seconds, and when this gets to about 25, this is going to turn yellow. When it gets to about 30, this is going to turn red, which means that you took too long to get back to this patient. Now we have a small timer in the lower right hand corner. This one shows hours and minutes, and for efficiency's sake we're trying to get patients in the emergency room and out within 6 hours. And now you may have a different time that you want to use. Maybe you want to have 8 hours or 4 hours. But whatever it is, we can look at the total accumulated time the patient is in the room, and we can see the time in the large display since the patient was last checked upon. And so I'm going to press the green button again. So I've gone into the room, I've checked on the patient, I'm going to push the green button, that resets it back to 0, so the counter starts counting over again. And now this one down here has gone up to 1 minute. And so every time I go into the hospital room to check on the patient, I'll tap the green button on the way out to reset the timer to start over again. So the key is we never want this to get over 30 minutes. So when it gets close to 25 minutes, it's time to go in there and get ready to go check on a patient again. And so the nurses will be able to walk around, or the doctors, whoever is looking at these displays, and determine that it's about time to check on a patient again, so that nobody gets forgotten or left behind or left just to sit in the room without being waited upon. And then when we're all done with the patient moves out of the room is empty. I press and hold the little red button down here for about 2 seconds or so, and the display goes dark, and I'm done. And so that's the hospital timer for ensuring that we have compliance with the rules to make sure that we're checking on patients when they need to be checked upon. It's a DSP 518A_HC for hospital compliance.